What is up, guys? So today I went ahead and bought a very significant portion of Virgin Galactic Holdings. SPCE is the ticker symbol on that one. So, this one's been like meme material for so long, and like people, on Wall Street Bets making, doing calls, doing puts on this one and everything like that. But I actually didn't know what exactly Virgin Galactic was doing. So I actually did a decent amount of research on these guys the last week. And then I just decided I think there's going to be some big catalyst for this company that's going to propel it into the next, five bagger potentially or something like that. So I ended up buying a decent amount of shares. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what this company is, why I think this one has the potential to be like a 5-10 bagger over time, and we're just going to dive into the nitty-gritties on good old Virgin Galactic stock. So we'll dive on in. So Virgin Galactic. So I didn't really even understand what Virgin Galactic did or what they are trying to do. So Virgin Galactic, upon reading upon them, and I know you're probably like, what's this guy living under a rock? So they are trying to develop aircraft right now to be able to take passengers up into space, which I think is really, really awesome. And I think if a person were to want to go into space, they are going to pay any amount to go and do that kind of thing. So I think what they're doing is really, really cool. I think it's something that people would really, really think would be, awesome. If I had $1 in the bank, I'd think that'd be something super cool to go and do and spend a decent amount of money doing. So I think there could be a really, really awesome market for it. They're currently just in R&D mode where they're researching, developing. They've been able to manufacture aircraft. They're currently working on their third aircraft, and they're currently trying to get approval to be able to do these things and bring passengers up into space, which is really, really cool. So right now, as of 2021, they have some revenue from some of the craft that they've made, but currently pretty much zero revenue. So they're waiting on everything to be approved before they can actually start making some money. Right now, they have about $500 million in cash. They have 480 million. Q1 lost 60, Q2 lost another 60, and Q3 lost 77. So I like looking into this because it's like, well, how long do I have until they start actually bringing people up and actually start making some revenue? And they said they're going to be making revenue Q1 2021. Now, this number could be pushed back just due to the fact that with the big old pandemic we have going on right now, the manufacturing of planes has been pushed back, and pretty much everything with this company has been pushed back. So it could be a little while till we start seeing revenue. But based on that and how much cash they have enough cash to burn through, 2 more years worth of time to get these things figured out, which I think they will be able to do. And it was estimated that in 2030, this industry, taking people up into space, could be a $38 billion industry. And I don't know how the heck they came up with that number. Like, who knows how much people are willing to spend to go up into space. But yeah, it is really, really cool idea. I think it could be a huge industry. I think if people want to go into outer space, and I think you're part of the mega wealthy, I think that's something that pretty much everybody in the mega wealthy would want to go and do. So I think it's pretty cool that that's something that they're wanting to do, and I just think it's very, very innovative of what they're trying to do here as well. So let's dive into some other facts here. Why do I think this one could be potentially a 5 to 10x on this stock here? So in the short term, it does have some very, very exciting things that are happening for it. So in the short term, here in November, they're having a powered flight test, and that's from the 19th to the 23rd is estimated when that's going to be. So this is for FAA verification, forgot my N there, and validation. So this is going to be one of the very, very key things that they're going to need to be able to actually take people into space. Now, if this is successful, in Q1, they should be able to have flights with passengers and actually start making some revenue. So I think the fact that they'd start making revenue, that's going to be a huge thing that's going to start boosting their share price. I think if this goes successfully, November 19th to 23rd, and I don't know why it wouldn't. It seems like everything else has really gone off without a hitch. I think that is going to be a huge catalyst to boost up the price as well. So I think that is going to boost it up. I think once they start making revenue, that is going to boost it up. And if they eventually were to get profitable at some crazy point in time, 2022, I wouldn't even say 2021, then I think that could also be really, really ridiculous for the share price as well. And I think if people find this as appealing as I would, then I do think that there's going to be quite a large demand for people to go up into space, because I think that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and dive into now what the bear thesis is and also what the bull thesis is, because it is always good to look at both sides of your investment just so you're not so blindly bullish on one thing. One should always look at the bull thesis and the bear thesis on a company just so you have good insight on what you think is going to happen with that company. You should also know the risks associated with it. So in my bull thesis, I believe that November is going to be a big catalyst for them. I think they're going to be able to get the FAA approval that they need to finally start taking passengers into space, and I think that's going to be very, very good for the share price. Hey, I also think that in 2021 they're going to start being able to bring in revenue, and they're saying Q1, so they should hopefully have decent revenue. I mean, not good revenue, but like some sort of revenue over the whole course of 2021, which would be great. And then if they're able to keep driving things along, then hopefully in 2022 they end up becoming profitable, or years down the line they become profitable, which would be another just massive catalyst for this company. So the bear thesis here is that they've been slow to manufacture aircraft. They've been working on this third aircraft for a long time, and that was supposed to be done back in September, I believe, and now they're pushing it back to January, where they're saying it's based on pandemic woes, and that's why things are so slow. If any of these tests end up failing, that would be a huge negative that could happen. This November, if they say, oh, it's not ready, you're going to need to try again another 3 months, or you need to fix these things, it's going to take a few months, that is going to just slaughter the share price. So that would be really, really bad. And in that case, they have a heavy amount of cash burn. So we only have a few years to get these things straightened out. So if they keep getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, that is something we are going to need to really start worrying about. So if I saw something where, oh, I don't think it's going to be years now until they're bringing somebody into space, then this is something I probably wouldn't touch. But since it's seeing like, oh, this is going to be Q1 of next year, then it's like, oh my gosh, this could be a big old friggin' winner for your boy here. So I did invest a decent amount of money in this one. Because this one is not yet profitable and is more speculation, I went 10% of my portfolio value, but I think this one has such huge potential to like 5 or 10x with everything that it has going on for it. But again, if it has some bad news, this one could really, really tank on us here. So that's what I got for you. I'm going to be following this one closely now that it's a pretty good chunk of my money that I have into the market. And if you enjoy the content, please think about liking and subscribing. So thanks for watching. Bye.